Hello, it's me. I'm back. Another video. Hell yeah. And today I would like to discuss Chocolata once again. And by extension, it's probably an official third writing tips video as well. And probably also by extension a discussion of Emperor Mateus from Final Fantasy II. So, scratch it. It's discussion on Chocolata, Mateus, and a few writing tips, I guess. Let's get into it. So, as you can tell by the title of the video, today I would like to discuss plain antagonists and villains who you can write in a dynamic fashion, and I would like to discuss why exactly Chocolata and Mateus are characters who, while being quite plain and cliche and basic, are also appear dynamic. And why do we like them so much? Now, if you click on this video, you probably know who Chocolata and Mateus are, but just to to bring you up to speed. Wow, great English. To bring you up to speed and to make sure we're on the same page, because maybe you're just Final Fantasy fan, maybe you're just a JoJo fan. Chocolata is he is actually second to last final side antagonist in JoJo Part 5, Vento Areo. He is the doctor, he's a sociopath, psychopath, probably psychopath more than sociopath now that I think about it. He's a monster, a horrible human being. He likes to see humans suffer. He believes that strong deserve to rule over the weak. He's possibly a pervert, and he's in love with Seko. And Emperor Mateus, he's your Final Fantasy II antagonist, bad emperor who wishes to control everyone and control the whole world. He gets killed, he splits his soul in half, takes over hell and heaven, so fun times. Now, what is common between those two characters? Both of them are plain. They are not dynamic, nor are they unique. They're actually quite plain and cliche. Both of them are those evil guys who are seemingly just born evil, and they are evil and they do evil things. And yeah, that's about it. They are edgy. Chocolata more than Mateus, if I would have to say so myself. But also Chocolata, interestingly enough, has one humane trait, which is his love for Seko, as where Mateus does not really have that thing. But anyhow, even though they're plain, I would say that both of them actually appear to be dynamic. Now, what's the difference between being dynamic and appearing to be dynamic? When your character is dynamic, well, they are dynamic. They have layers and they have complexity to their character, but when a character appears to be dynamic, it's a little bit different. When a plain character appears to be dynamic, they are not actually deep or convoluted or unique in any fashion, but they have traits which give them enough intricacy, if you wish, which give them enough flavor to make them actually interesting and to hook you in, so to say. And with both Chocolata and Mateus, it's actually the same thing. They both have a lot of elegancy, a lot of style and fashion and beauty, if you wish, and they have a lot of smarts. They are smart, they're geniuses. Mateus is this emperor. He is a strategist. He's a schemer. He knows how to play people. He's a mage. While Chocolata is this doctor of a very high level, to the point where he can cut his own body and then use his stand to create mold to close up arteries which need to be closed up in order to pretty much separate his body and use it separately. So he pretty much uses his body like a doll, he separates like a doll, like fucking Sasori from Naruto, if you wish. That's how smart he is, and that's how well he knows anatomy. and both of them have a lot of beauty and elegancy and fashion. You know, Mateus has this really high, ethereal kind of fashion, especially when he goes into his heaven ruler form, angel form, if you wish, while Chocolata has his standard JoJo beauty. He has really nice colors, the white and blue. He has really cool outfit, which is fashionable, but it kind of has those notes, those hints of him being a doctor. He has this cool, unique haircut, which is kind of like dreadlocks, but then they have those jester bows things at the end. And Mateus, he has his high fashion, trash metal, glamour haircut, and I think those characteristics, those things, be it fashion, elegancy, smarts, they go a long way to ensure that your character, while not being plain, appears, while not being dynamic, actually appears to be dynamic. Now, is it better than them being actually dynamic? In a sense, you know, cliche plain villains, they are not good, they're not interesting, usually. But sometimes there are those moments when your plain or cliche or usual villain is actually interesting. Because sometimes you just want a bad guy who is bad for the sake of bad. And usually when you see those guys, you hate them and you want to see them being punched and they get punched and you cheer the good guys, and that is it. You know, this would be from JoJo, I would say, oh, I always forget his name. It's the Eraine guy from part 3, you know, the one with Cephas. As he stand, you know, he turns Polnareff into kid, he tries to turn Jotor into kid, but then he gets beat the shit out of him. It would be Jagal, Hanged Man guy from part 3 as well. Those Angelo, you know, Angelo from part 4. Those are guys who are just bad. They were seemingly born bad, they are horrible human beings, and they get fucked, and we cheer as they get fucked because fuck them. But sometimes you want a bad guy who is horrible, disgusting, terrible, trash, just piece of trash, and yet you still like them. Maybe they amuse you, maybe they're funny or whatever, but you do genuinely like them even though they're horrible and basic and just fuck them. And there's no perfect example that I can think from the top of my head than Emperor Mateus and Chocolata, because they're horrible human beings. When they get defeated and killed, we cheer because that's what they deserve and fuck them, but at the same time, you can't really refuse that you genuinely do like them. You see, when you have such a bad character, they are usually ugly and brutish and they're big, disgusting, you know, they're not really usually smart. It can be like some sort of chaos god, some sort of gluttony embodiment, some sort of mad scientist. But Chocolata and Emperor Mateus are different. They take this stereotype, so to say, and they flip it on its head while remaining still evil and asshole-ish. And I should also probably point out that the reason why we love Chocolata is because Chocolata actually does have a humane trait. Be it the fact, well, actually both Chocolata and Mateus have humane traits. In Chocolata, it's his love. Chocolata has actual humane, normal, natural, romantic love for Seko, which goes a long way to establish that he is not devil, he is not demon, he's, well, just a human. A fucked up human, but human nonetheless. As where Mateus's personality trait, if you wish, which is humane, is the fact that he wants to rule over people. This might sound odd, like how is it humane, but it's like he does not really want to destroy humans or have as much power as he can. All he really cares about is being the highest, biggest emperor that he can be, which is quite humane when you talk about such a high fantasy world as Final Fantasy. So yeah, that is probably it, my video. If you feel like writing or creating a bad guy who you want to be just bad and plain, but at the same time you don't want people to immediately just hate him. Fashion, elegancy, smarts, those things, they go a long way to establish this character as something more than just a stereotype piece of shit character. They really help to alleviate the character. I think that's the word. They really help to bring up the character and to show them in a better light, so to say. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video, probably in 3-4 days. Bye.